Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. We are here for our AEW Collision live reaction. It should be a really good collision. We got two women's matches I just seen. Red Velvet's in action. We got Serena Deeb back again. We have a really good trios match, I feel like.
Sorry, I have to take a quick call, guys.
FTR and Daniel Garcia versus Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, and Nick Wayne. We got I think Swerve's going to be on the night. We have Danielson in action. We have a lot of stuff, so tonight should be really good.
We're opening it up with Kingston.
Yeah.
Get my phone. I'll be right back.
Are you just seeing him come out right now, Siren, or is your feed ahead of mine?
We're just doing the bounty hunter Brian Keith.
Oh, okay. So your feed is ahead of mine as usual. Okay.
Don't worry, I'm pretty used to it. I don't ruin the endings of matches.
Yeah. No, that's fine. It's all good. Brian Keith. Okay. Oh, he's already out. It's not even doesn't even get an entrance. Okay. All right. What's getting you all excited?
Let's go, Eddie.
Let's go, Eddie. Okay.
Yeah, you'll hear it. Like I said, I kind of can't react so much because when you ask me, I can tell you.
Yeah.
But you're gonna see it, and then you'll just tell me, "Oh, so you're ahead of me again."
Yeah. No, that's okay.
I got this.
I'm following along here.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
Kicking off with Eddie Kingston versus Brian Keith. This is a non-title match, I believe, is it? I don't think it's for the title.
I don't think so.
Well, which title? Kingston's got 3, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Wasn't that kind of the whole point?
He defends, he only defends one at a time, so.
Is that the gimmick?
He's just been
unless stated otherwise, but I mean, they're from different promotions, technically.
Maybe you should do 2 at a time and use a Freebird rule or something. Or call it the Eddie rule or something.
He went to New Japan and he just defended the strong title. And then on AEW, he's just been defending the Continental title. It's just it's not really a unification like title doesn't make it out to be. But I'm kind of glad it wasn't a unification because ROH then would not have a world title.
Yeah.
But they still kind of don't have a world title, but whatever. But Brian Keith
depends on ROH. When was the last defense on ROH?
Speaking of ROH, I was me and well, I don't know if I'll say this on there or not, but current ROH stars possibly going to be on the podcast pretty soon.
You're a little quiet today, Connor.
She's probably one of the biggest stars of ROH. Not one of the best. She's not the best because the best is Athena, but she's probably second best. Anybody can probably pick that out, who that is.
Yeah, I think you sort of gave it away, but that if it is who I think it is, that'll be interesting.
It's not Athena, but the one below Athena.
Right.
Almost.
That's such a matter of opinion.
She's got she's a part of Athena's story.
I figured as much.
Yeah.
Is it Lexi?
The other.
I know. I'm fucking with you.
Are we past the 2-minute mark?
Yes.
Oh, we are. Okay, that's good.
Ethan, thanks for watching. Wow,
All right,
it's been
Dan,
like
my bad. I'll watch my language.
this makes everything well with her. Like to see. Well, we are having two women's matches tonight, so we got it's Serena Deeb versus Queen Almadonna, and then we have Red Velvet in action. So it is technically getting a different variety, but I see your point. You know, he just loses every week, so it's not kind of get that she's gonna lose, but at least we're getting two women's matches instead of just that AEZ. One of these days we're going to get a chant at AEW AEZ. Uh, Hassan, thanks for watching. Hey there, guys. How was your Groundhog Day special yesterday? Uh, Groundhog Day yesterday or today? Yesterday.
Yesterday.
I just worked and did the podcast and then went to bed. Really, that was my Groundhog Day.
Somebody should make an AEZ or for us in Canada AEZ sign and side with it.
Amar, probably because
Oh.
the Jericho Cruise. I think it just concluded.
Yeah. Somebody was asking why.
Talented females out there that deserve story time aside from W.
Somebody was asking in the comments about why Queen Aminata is being shown so much, and I'm just like, well, because I think she's there and a lot of the ladies are not.
Well, I mean, he said, or like, why not Rosa or Anna Jay? But I'm pretty sure Anna Jay's there. She's not on the.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, I think Rosa is on the cruise, isn't she? I thought
Anna Jay.
I think
I don't know about Anna Jay, but
I think the cruise just concluded because Jericho was back at Dynamite on Wednesday, so I think it. I'm not sure what it went
to.
That's
right. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure what it went to, but I wish they would do. I wish they would do like in 2020 and would have a Dynamite on the Jericho cruise, like they did it one time, and then if it wasn't for COVID, the plan was for 2021 to have a live Dynamite on the Jericho cruise because like they just taped it. So like I like the uniqueness of that. It felt like WCW, and not in a bad way, like the uniqueness, the different feel, and like the Young Bucks throwing MJF into the pool was funny. Like just the unique stuff like that was very, very because WWE they don't do anything like that.
It's a whole different environment.
And I like that AEW did stuff, and they still do AEW. They do a lot of unique stuff, but I like the Jericho Cruise and AEW having a show on Jericho Cruise.
I think that would be a neat idea again. I would love to see that again, just because. Yeah, I mean, it has been a long bit. The pandemic kind of ruined a lot of stuff.
It really did.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the pandemic, we'd have gotten the Elite versus Inner Circle Blood and Guts match. We'd gotten a lot of stuff, but yeah. Hassan was saying how they see the shadows will be released.
That would be great because we haven't really had winter yet where I'm at, Hassan. So I mean, not for us. We had like a week where it hit -50, but it's really been mild. So if we have an early spring, that will be fantastic.
Where are you again, Siren?
I'm in Saskatchewan.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, we had a week of cold here, but since then it's been fine.
Yeah, same. We had 1 week of cold, other than like 1 week of cold and a little bit of snow. And now most of that snow is gone, but it was only here for the week of the cold. So I was walking around in my Princess Peach cosplay yesterday outside without my jacket on because it was like +2. I was talking about it when I was gaming, and they were like, +2? That's so cold because it's like 30-something Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
It's really not that cold.
I'm not going to say yes or no to that. I'm not going to comment on that. Maybe so, maybe not. But I don't think you'll be disappointed. So
that would be
if you like Billy Starks. I'm not going to say she is or not, but I don't think you'll be disappointed. Also, the match I'm most looking for tonight is FTR and Daniel Garcia versus Christian, Nick Wayne, and Luchasaurus. That's what I'm most looking forward to.
I'm glad you still call him Luchasaurus because I
That's
do.
that's how I always know. So
Yeah.
and like I'm gonna be meeting him, or I guess him. See, I'm going to Revolution at the beginning of March. I'm going to a convention called Squared Circle Expo. You're going to like a bunch of AEW guys. And like last year, that's where I met MJF at Squared Circle Expo.
Jealous.
Mm.
I'm kind of bummed out because I really wanted them to bring Ruby Soho again because last year they brought Ruby Soho, but her action figure wasn't out yet. Now it's out, so I want to get it signed.
Sign this, please.
If she's there. Like so far, they got Miro, Nick Wayne, Luchasaurus, Lucha Bros, and they got some other ones like legends like Sting, and they got who else they got? They got the Honky Tonk Man.
Oh my gosh, the Honky Tonk Man.
They got a bunch of from like legends to newcomers to AEW people to. Oh, Sky Blue's gonna be there too. Kyle, I don't know if Kyle Fletcher's gonna be there. I know Sky Blue will be there. I'm thinking about getting the media pass so I can interview some of those people. So tomorrow morning, breakfast, Lakewood church service is online. That's really good. And computer, and after lunch will be NXT Vengeance Day pre-show. I will actually be there tomorrow night for NXT Vengeance Day, so you might see me on TV. I doubt it, but yeah, I'll be there. I thought.
That'll be a good time.
Yeah, going there for that.
I see why they've been putting Brian Keith out there.
I know
I mean, it's been a lot. Like I really, it's been a lot, but I see it.
I know why they're putting him on there too, because once someone comes back from injury, then Hangman will be done with his feud. Then we have the Ultimate Trio, and then they need to win the trios titles in Texas. It just has to happen in Texas.
Oh, could you imagine? Like, what kind of theme would you give them? Would you keep them with like a Hangman theme, or would you switch it all entirely?
One thing I'd change is since Bandito wears a cowboy hat, and he does too. Just put a cowboy hat on Hangman, and then he already wears sometimes the like the thing he wears over his face. So Hangman will be like, I can't trust the Dark Order anymore. I can't trust the Elite anymore. So I'm going to two guys, and they're going to be the bounty hunters of AEW.
Yeah, it's an interesting idea. I don't know. I personally never liked the idea of the trios titles, just kind of in general. But if you're going to use it, I think that's a good way of doing it.
They definitely had a lot more. I feel like a lot more trios matches, and Connor mentioned this, and I totally agree. A lot more trios matches, and they were a lot more important and a lot more like active trios before they brought out the trios titles, which is fine.
They broke a lot of them up, and some people left. And then,
and then some people are on injury. Like, I see that they're trying to rebuild it. I think they're trying to salvage the trios division, which they have enough talent. Like, their roster is phenomenal. They just need to build them into actual trios and not like have Top Flight and Maxim Hydretti. Like they need to be like a whole. Like they need to be a trio cohesively. You know what I mean?
Like they brought the rankings back, and they Bullet Club Gold's actually #1. So
doesn't shock
I don't know how that's supposed to. I don't know how that's supposed to go, but the Hardys and Mark Briscoe's on there. The Dark Order. Can't remember who's all in there, but I like maybe them bringing back the rankings will give some division in the trios division. But I know they were wanting to do Undisputed Elite versus the Elite. So it was supposed to happen. Colorado got hurt. That Cole got hurt. And Bobby Fish, I don't know where he went.
I mean, for the sake of argument, I always like to bring out kind of the philosophical discussion. If you can build a trios division, why not just build a tag team division properly?
Yeah, That's what I. Ooh, that was good.
Brian Keith's eyes did the roll backy thing. He's getting serious. Doesn't. Watcha!
Yeah, and this is in Texas, so this is a good first. I don't know if this is for Keith Lee. I mean, Brian Keith's first match in AEW in Texas, but if it is, then they should have Hangman, like him and Hangman cross paths, like just walk past each other, just look at each other, just planting the seeds.
Hmm.
So everybody can imagine the Spurs and the tumbleweed in the background.
Hey, that would be a good entrance.
It would be.
All I don't know if they'll be able to do All In, but All In 2025. That's going to be their intro. That's with no. You know, a good back forth now.
Oh.
Sleep with it. But here's the thing about. And then we got Name the Faction. I would buy a shirt with those on it. I would buy that. And I haven't bought a lot of AEW shirts.
Can you
Like,
leave that for just a second? That.
Like I haven't bought a lot of AEW shirts here recently, so I would buy that if that.
The wanted poster one is my favorite.
Desperados. That's what you call them.
Desperados.
I know they had that briefly in WCW, but I seriously doubt it's a trademark, and I seriously doubt WWE would care. So I think you could do it.
Swap. Ooh, that's it. 1, 2.
In other places, I tend to criticize those finishes that just kind of come out of nowhere, but I'm learning very, very quickly that, that seems to be kind of par for the course, and the AEW audience doesn't really mind.
Are you learning for quickly, as in you are just getting into it now? I'm just curious.
What do you mean?
You're learning quickly that it's part of the course. Does that mean that you're just getting into the product now?
No. I've been into the product, but I'm getting more I'm more into now getting kind of learning the mindset, I guess, which is not my traditional mindset about, wrestling, but it's okay. It's like,
heck yeah.
I'm going to turn my volume up. What's Tony saying?
That's awesome. Fucking like, I know that he's doing exactly what he needs to do to me, but do you have to, bro? Do you have to?
So now that Brian Keith is all elite, does he maybe get to win a match once in a while, or? I guess we'll see.
He'll probably continue losing, probably. Unless he gets paired with a trio, that's the only way he'd probably win. Brian Daniels, whatever, is 59, 16, and 3. One more win, he's got 60 wins.
So he's just coming out for his match now and just.
We're definitely
definitely been his thing lately. It's kind of like a slap in the face to Kingston, or supposed to be. It is disrespectful. He doesn't even look at him half the time when he comes out. Right
So
after.
All right.
Okay.
Danielson's match.
So they're setting up Danielson versus Kingston for something.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they've been going at it on and off.
Yeah, I know there have been like these kind of little, supposed to be subtle jabs that quite often go over my head a little bit.
They should have done is had Danielson have get on the mic and trash it Kingston, and so they should have done because.
Well, see, there's something to be said for that, right? Like, like you guys are kind of reminding me about it, and I'm thinking in my head, okay, yeah, I remember now that there's a thing that's going on between them, but I don't know. There's something to be said for people just kind of coming out and just saying, hey, look at this. They're like not, they're gonna fight each other, and
Like we already know that he calls Eddie Kingston a bum all the time, but
yeah. Well, Eddie Kingston called himself a bum. It goes up.
Just like the back and forth promo between the two would really progress their match and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's that. Who's buying the Apple? Not me, that's for sure. Shaggy Games. Thanks for watching. Kingston versus Danielson Revolution. Yeah, that seems to be where they're headed for the. It'll be for the AEW Continental Class, the AEW Continental Championship. Frank is all elite. Yep, he just announced it. But, he's all elite wrestling.
I have to give this a little bit more thought, but I'm trying. I really have to think about the way that, because I'm thinking about this, them announcing Brian Keith is all elite compared to what WWE is doing. Let's say when somebody from NXT is kind of called up to the main roster, right? Like they did with Ivy Nile and like with Braun Breaker and that sort of thing. I have to give that a little bit of thought about pros and cons of that.
Let me see if they got the graphic out. Normally Tony comes really fast about that. I just hope they got a plan for Brian Keith though, not just signing.
It's see that's really the thing, isn't it? That's kind of what I have in the back of my head. It's like, okay, he's all elite, and the people in the crowd are like, yay, okay, but if it goes nowhere, does that really mean anything? And the same can be said on the other side. It's like, okay, you got called up to the main roster, now what, right?
I think as long as they keep him involved, and it's kind of like what's his name? We were just talking about him. Action Andretti. He beat Jericho.
Yeah, and then fizzled.
Yeah, he just. He was doing with Top Flight and Top Flight, but.
And I'm sure we could probably come up with a dozen more examples of that. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just. I don't know. Hopefully they got something for him. Because Brian Keith is really good in the ring, and he's got a character, that's for sure.
Yeah. See, I guess what I would say is that in WWE, what they would do is, okay, if we don't have anything for a guy like right away, okay, go back to NXT for a while, right? At least kind of keep it fresh. Here, I mean, I guess some guys go to ROH for a while, which is kind of the AEW equivalent of that.
Yeah, that seems to be their NXT, I would say.
Yeah.
I wonder if Adam Copeland's going to have a Coke Open tonight.
I didn't hear anything, and that's the sort of thing I think they would announce. What I've seen from Collision is that they announce the big matches, and then based on the time that they feel they have, they throw in a couple of squash matches.
You know, the first time they ever did the Coke Open, it wasn't announced. He just came out. And,
Was it not? Okay.
But then after the first time he done it, then they just announced it. But tonight,
yeah, I think they said something like Adam Copeland will appear or something like that, or Adam Copeland will be in action. They didn't say specifically what it was.
I think the Cope Open should have stayed at the opening of the show because otherwise it just doesn't. It loses like the double wordplay of the Cope Open opening the show, and it just becomes like an open, like a tournament. I kind of like a, you know what I mean? It loses to me that little extra that it had.
I think that would make a lot of sense, and then you'd start off hot and you get people ready for it, right?
They did it for the first 3 matches of the Cope Open.
Yeah,
like this makes sense, and then all of a sudden it was like the 3rd match in one day, and I'm like, that does not make sense anymore.
I agree with you. One of the things that, again, I know he's not the most popular guy, but I really do enjoy listening to him because I think he has a wealth of knowledge. Eric Bischoff says, he's learned from TV executives. You got to teach people how to watch your show, right? Make it easy for them if you want them to watch. And so just a little thing like that, have the Cope Open always at the beginning of Collision. That would be easy. It's like, okay, I'm going to watch and this is what I'm going to get. I know what to expect. Certainly couldn't hurt.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I like the idea of it, but I feel like it lost that little extra oomph that it had being like the opening.
I think so too.
Ooh. What did he just do? That was.
Oh, you got to the flamey flame part?
That's very different.
It's super cool.
Don't spoil it for me because I haven't seen it yet. It looks like he's about to do something.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay. Uh-huh. Okay.
Wow. Okay, Tony. I know you don't do anything with AEW Fight Forever, but put this guy in the game and give him that pyro, and then that'll be really, really cool at the game. He is a video game.
I'm always looking for somebody to bring something unique. All right, this is unique. I'm for it.
Hinch.
Hechicero, I think it's pronounced.
AEW should do all 3 in Mexico. The only they've been to Canada and they've been to the UK, and Australia's a good country to go to, in Mexico as well. They work with AAA and now they're working with CMLL, so they're probably getting their popularity up in Mexico with a lot of these guys going there. So.
That would be interesting. I have a feeling that if anything, there might be logistical issues just with arenas and things like that. Not that they couldn't get past that if they, dealt with somebody like Conan or somebody down there who could, grease some wheels for them.
I know there's that one arena that AAA does, for their Triple Mania or something. It's like a huge arena.
I had my volume down when Hechicero was coming down the ramp. I don't know if anybody could, and either of you could hear what exactly he was saying. Was he speaking in English or was it in Spanish?
I don't know. I always have my volume turned right down unless we're doing like backstage segments or like a talk segment when we're doing podcasts, and then I just rewatch this pretty much directly after.
Sting and Darby versus Ricky Starks and Big Bill has turned into a tornado tag. I don't know if they had that stipulation before, but I didn't notice it till now.
I never heard anything about it.
Tony Storm and Red Velvet next week on Wednesday. Tony Khan's announcement.
Oh, okay. Here's something I remember wanting to talk about. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say about this. On Dynamite, they had a backstage segment with those guys, right? Darby and Sting and Ricky Starks and Big Bill. Previously, I know that all of those guys have had in-ring promos. Why do you think they did it backstage this time? Like, the only reason I can think of is you do backstage promos when you're worried about somebody going out there live and flubbing it, and maybe people are like, okay, well, if you do backstage, you have another chance at it if you flub it. These guys have been out in the ring before and done live promos.
They definitely could have done it the way they did Tony Storm and
Yeah.
Also up at the stage. I feel like the fans are more. I mean, I thought the interview was still good, but
I thought it was okay, but I just wondered about that. Like that was really good. It probably would have been better if you got the crowd into it a little bit.
That's a rope break.
I like when they do promos in the ring or like on the stage or.
Yeah, have a crowd reaction. Yeah.
Ouch.
That was so cool. That's one of my favorite holds. One of my favorite.
He's taking the book out of Deonna Purrazzo. It feels like it, but he's going around the mountain with this.
Yeah. I'm like, that looks like that hurts. Like that hurts. That has to hurt. Like.
David Valentine, thanks for watching. I know. I think you were watching a few days ago. Dynamite maybe, but thanks for watching. Have y'all ever seen just WGW Game Changer Wrestling? I have. I haven't really like sat down and like watched the entire show, but I do know what GCW is. Nick Gage is there, and they've with X-Pac his final match there. Actually, it's kind of like CZW in a way. Who knows what that is? Nick Gage, yeah, he's probably their biggest star there. I believe he's the first guy to ever sign a contract with GCW. Yes, I do watch. Well, I don't really watch it, but I know what it is, and I know somewhat about it.
I like gratuitous violence.
Ouch. Does Nick Gage have a brother? If anyone knows
is Nick Gage what? Sorry, what did you say?
Does Nick Gage have a brother?
Oh.
Still at wrestlers.
He used to.
He used to have a brother? How do you used to have a sibling?
He passed away, you dummy.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's one way to not have a sibling.
Sorry.
That's all right. I was either you do or you don't.
I didn't know if he did.
Justice Payne was his brother.
That had to hurt.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Well, he was. I'm not going to say how he passed, but people can look it up.
Ooh.
But it's very unfortunate. And not shocking for some reason.
When did he die? Like years ago? Or?
2020, I think.
So.
Oh. Okay. Well. So that's how it happened. Okay.
Yeah.
What was his name?
I think, did it say Justin?
Justice.
Justice, yes. Well, that was his working name, Justice Payne. His real name was Chris. But yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Michael Beasley is asking, what's the best match that was on Dynamite this week?
Just past week. Oh.
I'd have to look at the card again. My burnout memory doesn't.
Yeah, I actually had to as well.
What was on today?
Right.
Well, it started with. Well, I can read it out. I just actually saw it. It started with Moxley and Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite match.
Yeah, well, hold on. Then after that, there was Adam Page and Toa Leona, which was a fine match. Wardlow versus Commander, which, it is what it is. Chris Jericho, Kyle Fletcher, Deonna Purrazzo and Taya Valkyrie, and then Swerve Strickland and RVD.
Yeah, my favorite match was probably Moxley and Hardy, but I did enjoy Jericho and Fletcher. That was a really, really good match.
Yeah.
I would say Moxley, Hardy, that match in the main event. RVD looked like, which he's never lost a step, but just proves him that
he's lost a half step. I would say RVD's lost kind of a half step, but it's he knows how to compensate for it. He knows how to work around it. So.
Yeah, he's there's some moves that he doesn't do anymore, but he definitely still does the one move. He'll probably always do this move, the move where he has his opponent over the guardrail, and then he does a kind of like a move with his leg. He'll probably never stop doing that. When he's 80 years old, he's still doing that.
I mean, a cynic, I would not argue this, but a cynic would probably say, well, he's kind of wrestled the same match for the last 15 years. But when your moves are that good, why would you not, right? I mean,
kind of created everyone's moveset this day. A little bit. Let's just go to AEW. That would be interesting. What is your favorite food when watching AEW? I'm gonna try not to eat when I'm watching stuff, but just random stuff I like to eat, I guess. I don't know. What about you guys?
Which? Sorry?
What's your favorite food when you are watching AEW? Or if you eat at all?
Gummy bears, man. Haribo gummy candies.
Well, I'm trying to stick to my diet, so I'm usually, when AEW is on, I'm usually finishing my salad for dinner. And so far, it's been doing okay. I've lost 15 pounds, so working on it.
Portion control is the biggest tip that I'll give you.
Yeah.
As somebody who's lost like 160 to 170 pounds.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive. I've never guessed.
If you ever saw my TikTok, you would. but yeah, no, it's sorry, big joke. But yeah, portion control is the best tip that I can give you.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh, that was scary. Oh, that was good though. Okay, maybe.
There
we go.
When is Nigel McGuinness going to talk about the Continental Classic? He hasn't brought that up. Because at one time at World's End, he really buried that whole tournament. Just what he said. And I hope at All In we get Danielson and McGuinness. Because they teased it last year a little bit. Then Nigel McGuinness is from the UK, so that'd be a perfect place to do it. And
my
I want to
friend
hear.
has been on about the whole Nigel and Daniel thing for like ever, and he's like, "It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen."
Like I want a promo with Nigel McGuinness and Eddie and Danielson talking about the Continental Classic, and then Nigel McGuinness said exactly what he said on commentary. Oh, he just competed in the Continental Classic. I can't pronounce what he did. It was funny. I sat there laughing for like 5 minutes when we were in our World's End reaction. MLW and NWA good shows, but nobody talks to small companies. NWA kind of screwed their own self a little bit. I love AEW Dailies and Sour. Yes, she's kind of the star of the AEW Dailies, I would say, probably.
Me and Chris, one day if we ever meet up and we do like a duo AEZ Daily, it would break the internet.
Yeah, probably you and Chris, because you guys do them the most. But between like all Elite Crate unboxings and you got trading cards and a lot of variety of stuff, so you never know what you'll see on AEZ Daily. Yes, I'm definitely the star of that whole series. More wrestling companies that do this for the fans. We can choose what companies we want to watch. Yeah, I used to watch MLW a lot. They had or not when they had him, but when they had like Alexander Hammerstone and like there for a while. AEW was letting their guys still over there. Like MJF was still over there a little bit. Lucha Bros, Santana and Ortiz, and then they just kind of faded away. So, yeah, MLW is very. MLW is sometimes very WCW-like and a little ECW. They have different match concepts, like a 100-man battle royal. Then like they had like Blue Meanie, Dan Severn, Kim Shamrock, all these people, and then other people you don't even know who they are. It's very interesting, but yeah.
No, I think that more wrestling companies is definitely beneficial for not just the fans, but the wrestlers as well, especially if you're like, and I know that people are like, well, what if you get injured at a different promotion and stuff like that? But when you have a working relationship, it's not just getting injured, like, oh, oh, you got injured at that promotion, now you can't work at our promotion. It's you guys are symbiotic at that point, right? Like,
Ooh.
'cause, they're sending talent to you, you're sending talent to them, but it gives the talent more experiences to wrestle against different crowd or with different crowds, against different people, different styles, all over the place. It gives them worldly life experience and amazing wrestling experience. And I think that's wonderful. I mean, you can't have too much of a good thing when it comes to like product consumption. You know what I mean? Like you can't. Like, here, give me more. Sure, let me have options. You know, I just dig it. Ooh,
Yeah, when it's done well, it's great. Absolutely.
everything is subjective.
Yes.
Like what's the Juggalo wrestling? JCW. Like
Yeah,
some people, that's their wrestling. You know what I mean? Like that's their wrestling. And everybody's entitled to their
for
wrestling.
sure.
There's
For sure.
wrestling for everyone. And
Yeah.
we should respect that and enjoy it. Whether we have to enjoy it personally, but just enjoy the fact that there's wrestling fans out there for us to be able to connect with. You like wrestling? I like wrestling. I may not be the fan of that kind, but hey, we like wrestling.
That's all right. It's just
That was good.
I don't know whether you guys saw this. I think there was a Samoa Joe interview a few weeks ago. I saw a report about it where people are like, what you just described, Sarah, like wrestling fans, that's what they are, right? They just want to enjoy the product. Unfortunately, online wrestling fans are more about being right, about whatever it is they care to be right about, and forget about the whole enjoyment part of it.
100%. But I mean, that's what hopefully podcasts like this and
Yep,
awesome groups with people supporting other wrestling fans. I know that there's a lot out there that hopefully we can get rid of that tribalism because the talent themselves doesn't appreciate the tribalism.
no, they don't. Of course not.
I don't know. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. I don't know. Seth
I
Rollins.
mean, controversy creates cash 100%, but I mean,
But you think Seth Rollins and Bryan Danielson aren't friends anymore because they work for competing companies? Come on.
Just Seth Rollins' comments he's made that he said that someone asked him would he want to go against Kenny Omega, and he said that he needs to come to the big leagues to have that match. So it is, and Roman Reigns has made comments like that a little bit too. And Dean Ambrose or John Moxley, he's made, which I like the competition in wrestling because it just makes it more fun, the competition. Because like there for a while, I loved John Moxley when he would do his promos and just obliterate WWE, and it was so entertaining to see. I like the competition because without competition, it's just
well, yeah, it
okay.
creates great content, like on either
Whoa,
side.
running like a scalded dog. You may not know this, Amar, but I love to quote Jim Ross a lot. So when a heel does something, I like to say, "You son of a bitch." I love Jim Ross. He's someone I will always like. That was a really good match right there. That was a really good match. That's probably my main night. Well,
So now they're setting up a trios match. Okay.
yeah, it's gonna
Well,
be
it's following along. That's no complaints with that. Yeah.
hopefully House of Black does something tonight because was it last week the steel cage match? Yes, in AZ Canada they're saying that if you're not a tag team, But you're not a trio unless you have matching tights. You have to have matching tights to be a team. So, Andy Garcia's
You're
right.
tackling the issues that I had. I feel so satisfied. Thank you. Oh, that was really fun. Ooh, and to top that off, I get to see Hook. Yay!
That's true.
Just tackled one of my biggest issues and something that we've been talking about for a while now. It makes me happy.
Out. Who's Hook wrestling? He's got the Batman signal. That's pretty cool. If they got the Hook signal. 1-on-2. Handicap match. This would be a perfect time to add that, Tony, to the AEW video game, you know? I mean, the match is right here, so why not do a little special? Since we have a handicap match tonight, we're going to do it on AEW Fight Forever. But of course, we can't have fun things like that because you don't do anything fun. Me and Hartgrave, we talk a lot about that.
I don't doubt that. I love Hartgrave. He is actually one of my favorite people that I've ever worked with since I've started the content creation journey. He is
I'm actually going to be at Revolution, and his producer's going to be there. And I don't know if you've seen it, but the posters that he's made with "We Want Evil Uno and Forever." Well, I'm going to meet up with his producer. I'm going to get one of those. I'm going to show it because some people at World's End, like they were giving them out, and fans weren't holding them up. Like they give you the signs, and it says "We Want Evil Uno and Fight Forever," so you should want to hold it up. So like. Which I'm gonna be on the floor, so I'm definitely gonna hold it up all night. I had a controversial sign the last time I went to AEW at Memphis. Marina Shavir sucks.
What was the sign? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Marina Shavir sucks.
Uh-huh.
Connor, but you're right here. Who's holding that for you?
I don't even know what I did with that. Like sometimes I keep them, and sometimes I don't. Ooh.
Was Roddy Strong on that show?
I don't think he was.
No.
But she was on ROH. She was on ROH.
Yeah, I know she would have been in ROH, but
I don't know if he was there that night or not. I know that was the night when it was Danielson and Andrade. Main event was FT. It was FTR versus Big Bill and Ricky Starks, maybe. Yeah, we're gonna. We actually just put out our AEW Fight Forever support, so that's out. Oh, speaking of Fight Forever, in the Discord community thing, I guess the guy who controls the group or whatever, he works with THQ and he knows stuff. So he said that February fans should be like someone asked him like what percentage should fans be excited for about the game in February. He said you should be 80% happy with what's fixing to come. So
well, that's good. Hopefully he's taking into account some of like the obvious grievances that people have had. So
yeah. It gets annoying sometimes.
No, I would totally understand. Like, I mean, you're sitting there, you're telling them exactly what you want.
Yeah.
I'm a lifelong Blizzard gamer, okay? I understand you, Connor. I feel your pain.
Well, it's like we're playing this game and we've done everything. So it's like, and there's only so many times you can do the same stuff over and over and over again. But I kind of like to do my own kind of obstacles so I have something to do. So I'll have a goal that I'm going to use CM Punk and I'm going to beat every one of the opponents on hard mode just so I have something to do. So, ooh, damn, that did not lose.
Now we got to do it blindfolded with one hand.
Damn, he was obliterating these guys.
Anyone want to put money on Hook losing this match?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. Who are these guys called again? His opponents? What's that team called again?
Bad 80s wrestler knockoff.
The Outlaws.
Yes. Well, I mean, see, here's the thing. I only because I know that they have another name would I not believe you.
Right?
That's the
Right?
only reason.
Wish FTR.
Mount Briscoe's next.
Like you could call them like the new well done, and I'd be like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Jim Ross.
Okay, so now Hook can beat two guys, but he can't beat Joe. Okay.
Well, I would say that Joe's more a lot bigger to do
Well.
stuff. Like, take those two guys. Like Joe's a big dude. Like
Oh no! You know what I mean. I get
Yeah.
it. It's a work, bro. Yeah, I get it. Just saying. Like, okay.
I remember Joe in TNA, and he was a little bit more similar now.
Oh, so somebody posted in the comments, the Outrunners. I remember now. The Outrunners.
Yeah, they were actually going to be on here.
Yes.
I see the Outrunners versus Daddy Magic and Joe Parker versus FTR. That would be a straight up '80s wrestling right there. That would be
Most definitely. Yes, it
that would be that would be a really good like.
Yeah, it would be a throwback. There's no doubt about that. No question.
All three teams are very old school.
Yeah.
Joe. I love Samoa Joe. I don't know if you guys seen the video, but after he won the world title that night, he went to a club or something. He was dancing and something. It was really funny. I never thought I would see Samoa Joe rap and dance.
I would literally like push women out of the way to go dance with Samoa Joe. I'd be throwing my own elbows and I'd be like, y'all don't want none. Like, get out of the way. I must go dance with Joe. This shall be fun.
Speaking of, so you guys said it's going to be another movie. Somebody starred in the movie. He just got through filming it. It's going to be, I don't know what it's called, but it's some kind of, he's Jewish. So it's some kind of Jewish movie, I know. But he's the star of the movie.
You were garbled there a little bit. Were you talking about MJF in the movie that he just did? I don't believe he was the star.
No, I think he's the antagonist, actually.
Okay, yeah.
He's coming out pretty soon. I guess pretty soon. But someone told me he's the star of the movie. But I know he's going to be. He has a big part in the movie.
Yeah.
He's also.
Actually, I want to see him flex his acting chops.
He's going to be voicing a DC character in that animated movie. And then when Iron Claw is supposed to, all his scenes got cut out, but in the DVD, they're gonna have the extended version, so you can see all of MJF scenes. So, yeah, maybe this time off he can do a little bit of acting. I want to see him back on Impractical Jokers, but more than just one scene. Like I want to see him do this stuff. People who don't know who MJF is, so just act like a prick to people.
I think he's gonna make it really big. I think if he leaves wrestling, it'll be Hollywood for sure.
Yeah,
I know people don't like that. Sorry, go ahead.
He could go to WWE, but if he ever decided to, like, if he leaves AEW, not for WWE, it's for Hollywood. He'll go to Hollywood.
Well, see, the thing is, I've said from the beginning, it's not about WWE, it's about Endeavor. So WWE is just another part of that for him. It could be, if that's what he wants.
Damn. Hopefully we get House of Black tonight. Doing something with them. Because they lost that steel cage match last week, so. And
I'm going to bet that they interfere in the last match. That's my thought.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
I got a very good discussion about that.
So, Siren, you've obviously played Fight Forever. I haven't. I'm not a gamer at that level. How How are you finding it?
I am a minigame freak, actually, on that game. I don't play the actual wrestling part
Okay.
of that. I was never a wrestling game fan because I grew up with a ton of older brothers, so I didn't get to play. Um, but I like watching people play it, and I love the mini games on it because I did, in fact, grow up with like Mario Party and Pokemon Stadium and stuff. So I
Mhm.
find that part super, 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 super fun.
Okay.
And I really love the content that the AEZ gaming stuff is making. I think that's really cool, and that's a neat way to utilize that game.
Okay. Because again, I've just heard the stories, and I don't know. I'm a firm believer in that. If something's reported, never ever ever take it at face value. But
Oh, 150%.
I've seen and heard reports that it's like, oh well, if you try to play, as part of the community, there's maybe 40, 50 people playing it.
Yeah, there's
So
definitely not a whole lot of online community. Connor is a
yeah,
big advocate for it, but it's really mostly their group and one other kind of community that play it.
yeah. So the word is they haven't really kind of built up a critical mass, and that's one of those things that kind of, feeds on itself. If people aren't playing, then people aren't going to want to play.
Yeah, well, and you kind of can't play some of their game modes with lack of people. Queue times
Right.
become very long, and that becomes not good for anybody who
That
actually
becomes
wants
not
to
good.
play the game,
That's
right?
exactly it. Yeah.
They do have quite a few online communities that are really great for that, and if anybody's interested in that, feel free to pop that in the comments. I'm sure Connor could, when he gets back, probably enlighten you as to some communities, but I know that they have a Discord as well.
Mm.
My thing is, from what I've heard from Connor, who is an active member of their Discord and community and whatnot, for the most part, from what I understand, and from Mr. Hartgrave, so is that the first seasons that they've done was all already pre-planned content. That was content that was already pre-planned. So everything that the community has been suggesting and wanting and saying for the last little bit has been kind of building up, but that does not mean that they weren't working on it. It just means that it wasn't released through the pre-planned content that already existed. Now, this season coming up is
Mhm.
going to be the season that has been hopefully taking into account everybody's concerns up until this point. And from what Connor said, they have announced that they will be about 80% pleased. So I imagine they've taken into account most concerns, but time will tell.
Yeah. Time will tell.
Ooh, House of Black. Come on now, he's got fins.
Uh-huh. Oh, Julia's back. Yay.
Weirds me out that they're not opening with these. They normally open with these on Collision.
Yeah, they were doing that for a while there, right? Yeah.
I prefer.
Mm. Mm.
Miss Vicky Gerber.
Oh boy. After all that, I mean, how does this not make Mark Briscoe look like a goof?
I enjoy watching Hook too, Brenda. I enjoy watching Hook too. Oh, and then we also missed this one. When MJF returns, who do you guys think MJF's first match back on Dynamite? And who should it be? His first match back. It depends, I guess, on what's going on in the story, but I would really love him to just go like we left off with Wardlow kind of bullying him a little bit in the back, and Joe had to step in. I would love to see that. Just him come in and annihilate the big man would be really cool, and be like, I would enjoy that. But that's just me personally. I love MJF. I love MJF a whole heckin' lot. And I think that would be really fun. But I mean, I'm sure tons of people have a bunch of different opinions on that. What do you guys think?
Well, assuming he comes back to AEW, which I think is extremely unlikely, that's just me. Should he come back? I think Wardlow would be a really good choice for him to debut against. And say, I'm back and I'm kicking ass and taking names.
I think when he comes back, he's probably going straight for Adam Cole because, I mean, that's the guy who put him out.
You got to build to that, though, don't you think? And for it to work, like I actually thought about this a little bit. I don't remember why. I thought about this a little bit. And the thing is, Adam Cole now has surrounded himself with Wardlow and, the Undisputed Elite and all that, right? So, like you can build to that, right? You start with Wardlow. Okay, I took out the big man. Now I'll take out Roddy or whatever. You kind of build towards that. And then, that would be the proper business way of going about it. That said, given that it's AEW, they might say, okay, let's start with Adam Cole.
Feud-wise, he would probably be going straight towards, maybe not his first match back, but feud-wise, that's who he's going to be targeting. Like, the ultimate goal, that's who he's going for. Like, they might do, like, the, kind of like MJF used to do, like, he would put Jericho to the labors of Jericho. Going to be one person after another, after another, after another. Then if you beat all these people, then you get to go against me, type thing. But when MJF comes back, first person he's going after is Adam Cole, probably.
Yeah, but Adam Cole has to play the heel in that one, right? And dodge him and say, no, you're not worthy of me, right? You got to do this, you got to. As you said, kind of like the labors of Jericho. You got to build that up.
I think when he comes back, he's gonna come back with a devil mask, probably.
No, he's not. And again, like I said, I question whether that's even a reality at this point. I suspect it is.
So do you live with your mom, or does your mom live with you?
I think, well, since he created the mask, it makes sense. But I don't know how they would bring him back. He's trying to avoid surgery right now. But he'll be back pretty soon, hopefully.
Man, Deeb looks good. She honestly had the best comeback. And I think I would really love to see some more promos like she did, or even like an in-ring from Rosa. Again, I'm going to keep saying it until I hear from her.
And Queen Aminata is getting a lot of reps in AEW. Good for her.
Yeah.
Make the most of your time. Good for her.
Woman of 1,000 holes, she calls herself. I love that.
She should do the thing. Armbar. Like Jericho did. 1,001 volts.
The big girl, I don't know what she's doing. I think she's doing, she has some projects she's doing outside of wrestling right now. Yeah, I like Vicky Guerrero. I've met her a few times.
Vicky Guerrero was in physical therapy, or she's being a physical therapist or something like that.
Yeah, I remember seeing something on her Instagram, and she was promoting whatever she was doing. Yeah, she's
healthcare administration. Yeah.
WWE. It'll be a while if they do. 2027 is Malachi Black's contract. So, and Davis is kind of obvious going for Cole when he comes back. Yeah, it's kind of.
He's going to go in that direction. If he comes back, he's going to go in that direction. But I mean, if they rush it, then I think again, obviously, money is not the priority in this company. For its owner. But yeah, I think they'd be leaving a lot on the table if they rushed that.
I don't think his first match will be Adam Cole, they'll probably up towards it. Like whenever they do it, they'll probably build up to it.
Yeah, they have to. That's to be built.
But
frankly, I think the fans will be disappointed if there's not like a build to it. It won't mean as much, right? Because like this is a big thing. Like Max needs to have his moment of revenge, right? And if that just comes and it's like, okay, next, yeah, that's going to be disappointing.
It's gonna. I can't wait to. Because I feel there's gonna be a big brawl one of these days with them two. And you know, last time we seen MJF, he was Adam Cole was his only friend, and he was pretty upset about it. But just as CM Punk said one time, what was I gonna say? Like CM Punk said, when pushed, I'm Satan himself. So when pushed, MJF can push the devil, but no. Jeff is actually going to do conventions or science here pretty soon, so I bet he gets asked a lot of questions.
I'm sure he will be, and he'll dodge them all strategically. Yep.
I wonder what mood he's going to be in because it's so unpredictable. Like, so as a heel, he was rude as hell. Like I met him when he was a heel, and I had my 1 out of 500 figure. I really wanted that sign, and normally he beats up figures and throws them around the room and spits on them, and I did not say a word because I did not want that figure to get beat up. But I saw other people. Like this guy had 4 figures, and he signed them and threw them across the room, he chunked them in the trash can, and beat them up and kicked them across the room.
But I mean, in my opinion, I think it's probably because when somebody comes in with a stack of figurines to get signs, he knows that they're selling them. They're not. It's not special to them.
And like I get figures to collect. I will never sell unless I absolutely needed the money for an emergency.
Well,
which even if I did have an emergency, I probably still wouldn't sell them.
There's other things that you can get rid of before you get rid of something like that.
Which one of my friends, he got a poster. It was a poster of like one side MJF and the other side like the devil, and he signed it and he spit on it. He spit on it. Yeah.
He's smart enough to chart his own path. Like whatever he wants to do, if he wants to go the Endeavor route, he'll find a way to make it happen. And he's got lots of easy inroads to make that happen. And if he wants to stay with AEW, then he'll find a way to, do it to his biggest advantage, and more power to him. Whichever way he decides.
Was the Iron Claw movie bait? It wasn't made by WB Discovery, was it?
It was not. I found it very, very interesting, though, that all of the pictures you saw, like when MJF was at the premiere, he was with WWF people, right? He was standing there with John Cena and some other people from WWE that I don't remember. And there was nobody there from AEW. Which I thought was kind of telling. He didn't want to read too much into it.
Who was there that nobody mentioned, but he was there at the premiere because he was in the film.
Who was there?
Give me a second. I'll pull it up.
Ryan Nemeth.
Pardon?
Ryan Nemeth?
Yeah, he was in it.
Was he? Okay. All right. I didn't see any pictures of him. I didn't know that.
That's the thing. And we brought this up before on the podcast. I really do believe that it's for people such as yourself to carry on talking. Create controversy.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying I know what I saw. And this is the thing. And again, I'm just putting myself in the idea as, okay, if I was with AEW and I wanted to see the company succeed financially and in the realm where it needs to succeed, winning hearts and minds and attracting viewers, I would promote the hell out of that. And I can't wrap my head around, like, why wouldn't you, right? If Ryan Nemeth was there, why would you not make a big deal out of that? I don't have a good answer. I don't think there is a good answer.
I don't know. It just seems like a lot of people are talking about how none of the AEW wrestlers were there and how MJF might go to to WWE. So around the time, just curious, around the time that he's coming back from his injury, whether or not he goes to AEW or not, but around or to WWE or not, around the time when he should be coming back, watch the ratings.
There was one post that WWE Discovery actually, like, they had a commercial, and they had some of the AEW people, like AEW wrestlers, like watching the movie in a movie theater. They were like it was before the movie came out. It was like Nyla Rose, Ryan Nemeth. There was a few of them in the theater, and they were like watching. And like this was before the movie came out, so they were giving their thoughts on it and telling people to go watch it and stuff.
Yeah, they did do quite a bit for it, but I feel like the premiere photos themselves were essentially just to create conversation like this, in my opinion, because they're.
You could be right. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But it creates good ratings, you know. For when he is about, I mean, at this point anyway.
Ooh, that was a nasty headbutt.
I'm so happy.
I'm watching them do this stupid spinny thing right now. You guys are ahead of me.
Yeah, I was getting kind of dizzy there watching that.
Oh yeah, there's the headbutt. Ooh. Girl, next time don't actually hit her with your head, okay? It's supposed to be at work.
Oh, this is
the stink face? Okay, I thought that's what she was going for. Okay.
She reminds me a little bit of Ric Flair a little bit. Swinger D. Some of her moves. I like
here she's handling Bret Hart.
I really like Serena Deeb's style of wrestling, the way she wrestles.
Yay.
Ooh, that was good. Oh, this one. A Serena Deeb walk. That's what Tony Schiavone just called it. Serena Deeb wins. It's kind of obvious that she was going to win, but that was still a pretty good back and forth match. It wasn't really a squash match.
No, it was really good. I was super happy with it. I enjoyed the transition. Serena Deeb always looks like a beast. I'm happy she's back. It was awesome.
2-0 now since her return. So we also got another women's match coming up. Got Red Velvet in action. That probably will be a squash match, but 2 women's matches is better than 1.
Very true.
Which the number 2 is bigger than 1, so I mean,
more titties on TV. Yes.
This is really, really smart on Queen Aminata's part. You know, she's establishing a reputation that she's the one I want to work with, right? And that's how it starts. I'm trying to think of an analogy of somebody else who's been like that. I'm sure there have been a lot of people over the years. It's a very, very smart way to start your career. Not that she's a newbie or anything, but...
47 AEW, a lot of mixed early, mid, late 90s wrestling. Not wrestling. That's what Ted Turner. Like watching Ted Turner interviews who say, "Wow, and now I'm in the wrestling business of WCW and this and that." Like, if you ever heard Ted Turner talk, that's the way he talks. Wrestling. Like he called his man one time and he said, I'm getting into the wrestling business. Then Vince McMahon said, well, I'm in the entertainment business.
Yep.
You're in the wrestling business. I thought it was really fun.
Which is true. And, you know, I've heard that story from lots of people, and I 100% believe that it's true.
So he was in the wrestling business, making money. And I wonder how he's doing. I know he had dementia.
He does. Yeah. Eric Bischoff apparently still stays in contact with people like on his ranch in Montana. I seem to recall Eric saying that he hasn't seen Ted recently, but yeah, he doesn't leave the ranch. He's not well.
Yeah, he was one really good TBS and Northern Ireland map really. But Mule, thanks for watching. How to pronounce the first Olive?
Olive.
Olive. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. I know I haven't seen you, Ryan, or maybe you have. I don't know. But thanks for watching. There's a lot of new people recently watching. We got David that was watching earlier. Still is. Yeah, we got a lot of new people. But everybody, thanks for watching. If you're new here, if you've been watching, thank you all for watching.
Thank you all.
I'm gonna dress up like now that I just looked up. I don't really dress up for Halloween, but dressing as Ted Turner would be kind of fun. Wear the mustache, and I guess I'll have gray hair. And new here. Well, thanks for stopping by. Curious, where did you find us at? Really, I like to know things like that. Like, where did you find us? Did you find us on Twitter? Did you find us on just on YouTube? Did you find us? Because some people say that they find us on Reddit. Which I don't post stuff in Reddit of our podcast. So somehow, some way, people find us from Reddit. So
that is crazy. I like
wherever
that.
You find us, I mean, it really doesn't matter where you find us. But I'm just curious of where people find us from.
It's interesting. It's easy to find, kind of tribalist streams on YouTube or a particular slant on things. And I think we try to be a little bit more even-handed here, and maybe that appeals to a certain demographic of people. People who are sick of that kind of stuff. And if so, that's great. Siren, you all right?
Yep.
Okay.
I remember Brother Love. He was something else. That's Bruce Preacher, I think. Brother Love. He managed the Undertaker for a little bit. It was very.
He's got a podcast.
Yeah, it was.
He's one of the first. He's one of the OGs when it comes to wrestling podcasts.
Went to one live AEW event in 2022, Dynamite in Kansas City. Yeah, they've been to Kansas City. I've been, but that's what's really cool. We went to Kansas City. I'm assuming you're around the Missouri area, Kansas City. I wonder what Swerve's gonna have to say. I really feel like that Prince Nano is more over than Swerve sometimes.
He legit is. And I mean, it's just like, talking about like the majority of people, because even people who aren't into wrestling are like, who's that guy doing that dance?
Yeah.
And I love that.
He's unique. He's got something different, right? And again, I can say this because I'm actually South Asian, even though I may not look it. I think he's got like simple dance moves that old white people can do, right? And heck, even I can do that, right? I can do this, and so people can get into it, right? Just like in WWE, people go, "Whoa!" Just really, really simple audience participation can go a long way. Wow. Can't believe you name dropped Kofi Kingston.
And very soon we're going to add another name to that list, right? Whose house? This Wednesday, I got the opportunity to accomplish something that I said that I was going to do the second I stepped foot here at AEW. That would become AEW World Champion. I have not been the same. I have done some very horrible, terrible things. Irreprehensible things, actually, as a matter of fact. But I had to do those things to get here and right where talking to you. And I wouldn't regret any of it. What about the assertion? I want to bring this up to you that Hangman Adam Page says that you cannot beat him without the help of a local embassy. Oh, Tony, you're moving around.
Mhm.
Hangman Page, yeah, this is a man that's in my way on custody rings. This is a man that's put scars on my body. This is a man that's literally shed my blood. This is also a man you're talking about that I beat him twice now. Hey, but you know what it is. You know they say third time's the charm, right? Hey, maybe this is the time where finally I put Hangman Page behind me once and for all. I move on and I become like history. And after I do that, I move on to Solo and Joe and Revolution, and that's when I become AEW.
I like the call out for Athena. That was super awesome. I love her. As most of you guys know, she is definitely like tippity top of my all-time favorite like wrestlers, not just female wrestlers, but wrestlers. And I loved her both as a face, and I love her as a heel. So that was really cool. And yeah, she deserves respect. She's been rocking that title and holding that company up. Yeah.
You're there, right by my side. I'm gonna be there. Please, I'll be there. No interferences. There's going to be no more excuses.
Entertaining here.
Hangman Page.
Name drop Kofi Kingston, Ron Simmons, Athena. From the that was really good.
Okay. I haven't said this about AEW in a long time. When it's real, you feel it. And I felt that. I believe in this guy. And he's done something that, not since MJF was like full on heel, I haven't believed in a guy on AEW since then. I do now. I believe in this guy. He's here proving that Vince or Triple H or whoever cut him loose was wrong. And I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And here's another person who's proving you cut me, you misused me, and you were wrong.
Some guys that feel like they're just cutting a promo, but some guys that you feel like they're talking to you.
Yes.
You get engaged into their character. You get invested into them.
Yep.
Very few people can do that.
Very few. Very few are allowed to do it. And it's kind of interesting you'd mentioned Ted Turner. The reason we still talk about Ted Turner is because he was a risk taker, right? He was an entrepreneur. He failed at a lot of things, but he took risks. And now, in today's entire business environment, especially on TV, everybody's so risk averse. That's why guys aren't allowed to go out and just do their own scripted promos anymore, right? Because you might fail, you miss a line, you flub, and the company's all like, no, we can't have that, right? Let the guys learn. Go out there. Okay, guy flubs a promo. Who cares? Send him out there next week, and he'll get it right this time. You know. But you put a guy out there like that, who's believable. That's what's missing from today's wrestling, and I love that. That was just freaking awesome. I believe in Swerve now. I sort of did, but now I'm like I'm totally with Swerve now.
I was just gonna put that up, Connor.
all it says, I just typed in AEW watch along, and y'all like the second page. Y'all have the most amount of views.
Right on. Wow, that's good to hear.
Something.
Yay.
Yeah, thanks for showing by. I kind of want to try a manager for a local promotion, but I'm too big to be a manager.
No, you know what it is? I'll tell you something. And again, this goes back to my AEW, my days when I was a WWE contractor. There was one time, who was it? There was a manager who I met. He was only there for a little while. I can't even remember his name, but I remember hearing him talking to people. And one day when I was there, and it's like, it doesn't matter how big you are, it's how tall you are. You know, you don't want to look bigger than the wrestlers you're managing, and as long as you're not taller than them, you're fine. That's kind of traditional, apparently. You know, wrestling.
That wouldn't be a problem for me. I'm only 5'3".
Yeah, 5'3". That means you're bigger than my wife. Okay. My wife is sky blue size. I think that might be a reason why I like sky blue so much. I guess I have a type.
How tall is Sky?
Sky is about 4'11", maybe 5 feet.
I like Tony Storm too.
Wait,
one of my
she is
favorites.
that tiny? That's hilarious.
But I will say, I've become a really big, ever since the Royal Rumble, I've kind of become a really big fan of Tiffany Stratton. I've really looked up a lot of her older matches, and she's definitely fixing to be one of my favorites, I can tell.
Tiffany Stratton, I think, I thought about it. You know, she comes out and she looks like a dolly, like a lot of, you know, these girls do. But she's trying. She's trying. Sky Blue is your height?
She's
Okay,
5'2". I'm 5'2.5", but I say 5'3".
Okay. All right, so she's taller than my wife. Anyway, but about Tiffany, yeah, Tiffany is trying to make herself unique. I'm not just, you know, the dolly like you've seen, you know, in the Divas era or whatever.
In the Royal Rumble, she was really good in the ring.
She looked good. Yeah,
and they immediately, like it didn't take them no time to be confident to put her on the main roster.
Yep. And they put, again, they played to her strengths, right? They didn't put her out there too long. She was out there with the main roster women, and yeah, good spot for her.
Velvet gets a win, first win of the year, first win since she's came back to AEW, I think.
Which pardon?
So like, I think this is the first win of 2024 for her, but I think this is the first win she's gotten since being back to AEW.
I think so.
Could be wrong.
Yeah. We were talking. I'm not even sure who she's against. Who is that?
Red Velvet?
No, yeah. Who's Red Velvet against? Who's her opponent?
Oh, that was Bert Jackson. She's basically kind of like Chris Statlander a little bit, but
yeah. At first I thought it was Chris Statlander, but no, obviously it's not.
Yeah, she's been on AEW a few times, Ring of Honor.
Okay.
She was on Dark when they had that. She's Red Velvet. That's the Red Velvet thing. I'm 6 foot.
Well, if they're playing it up a little bit for Black History Month or whatever, that's fine. These are deserving people. Good for them. Olive Neal says she's 6'5". Well, that could be a little bit tough to be a manager on the Indies, but yeah.
Oh well, that's shocking. I was actually winning right now. I'm a big Dallas Mavericks fan.
Yeah, well, Toronto Raptors fan here, so haven't had much to cheer about for at least 5 years.
Well, Mavericks they're up and down. Win a game, then we'll lose a game, and win a game. Win 3 games in a row, then we'll lose 13 in a row. And, I don't know. There's a lot of injuries. Yes. Nobody can stay healthy. Okay.
Dallas, other than the Dirk Nowitzki era, Dallas has had that problem like forever. Like even going back in the 90s, it's like it almost seemed like a running gag. Go to Dallas, get hurt.
Luka is literally carrying everything. Like the whole entire franchise, he's carrying. Yep. Like he scored 73 points.
I saw that.
Joel Embiid scored like 70, and he topped it and did 73.
Mhm.
But hopefully they make some moves pretty soon. But they got David Lively. He's a good. They got him in the draft last season. So
Are you into college basketball, Connor?
a little bit, yeah. I used to I live near Memphis, Tennessee, and me and my dad used to go to every Memphis Tigers game, like
Wow.
all the
They,
time.
they had a fantastic game today against Wichita State. They pulled it out at the last minute. That was an awesome game.
Like I remember me and my dad went, and I got to meet a lot of the players. I still got the poster that some of them signed. Can't remember. I know one was Weatherspoon. There was
Clarence Weatherspoon, yeah.
what was the one other guy? He actually lives not too far from me. Willie Camp. He was there.
Hmm.
I can't remember anything. It was quite a while, but I remember like we went across the court and met a bunch of players.
Cool.
The biggest named NBA player I've ever met was probably the Dominic Wilkins.
Okay, wow.
My father, or Chris's father as well. He hasn't been on in a while.
I miss Chris. This craziness.
Is Shayna with us? Yeah, Shayna is with us. Okay.
Mother Wayne.
She's actually taking bookings now for signings and stuff.
She's actually a better promo than a lot of the guys. Frankly, I like it better.
Hey, she's better than Maria Shafir.
Yeah, okay. How could she not be, huh?
Yeah.
Boy, you really hate her, don't you?
One of these days, she's going to be on here. This podcast. We're going to have an interview with her. And it's gonna be very interesting to see how that's going to play out.
Yeah.
I'm going to love every moment of that.
I want to, and I'm not going to hold back either.
Yeah.
It's going to make a lot of views and hopefully get her over a little bit.
I don't think you can help.
Remember that one match you had where you really sucked?
You mean all of them?
Oh, God.
She'd be like, I'm not sure which one you're referring to. And then you can respond, frankly, I don't either. So, like, pick one.
Like I would say, can we talk about that dark promo when, you said everyone knew you, and then you say, we don't know you, and then, like, what was all that about? Like, do we know you or do we not know you? Personally, I don't personally think she knows who she is. It's main event already. Fast, 2 hours. Was this I thought Adam Copeland was coming out to do something. Did he not?
He might at the end, given that House of Black has already showed up, so they're probably not going to interfere in this. Could be Adam Copeland. I don't know.
Last 2 hours. CLB is on my TV. Yep, the creepy little bastard. Forget who gave him that name.
If Steve Austin can't get something over, just like it's not going to happen. Forget it.
Steve Austin. Call the creepy little bastard. I should bring that saying back because he kind of is creepy about people's fathers and stuff. Okay.
was thinking for the longest time that they should have played it up that Kristen was actually Nick Wayne's dad.
No,
They
that's not
never
right.
did. They never did, and I think it's pretty clear that they're not going to.
No.
But I think that's a missed opportunity. Maybe it's just Tony Khan didn't want to go there, or maybe it would be too. They felt it would be too risque or whatever. I don't know. But
It's not.
And there's some people in the world who don't know who their father is.
yeah, well, it's plenty.
I mean, they should just tell a story where Nick Wayne doesn't know this, but Christian and his mom hooked up years ago, and wow, Christian Cage is his father.
Yeah, simple, right? It would have been just colossally simple, I think. But
I like stories like that. We don't really see him much nowadays.
well, sometimes they try in WWE. They don't try a whole heck of a lot in AEW. Although you get a lot of people who say, "What do you mean? There's tons of storytelling in AEW," and I'm like, guys having promos in the back and just saying, "Okay, let's go have a match." That's not really a story. But again, it goes to what Siren was alluding to earlier. Hey, if you enjoy it, who cares, right? That's fine. And if you're really into it, and if you're a hardcore fan, like again, I'll throw this out while we're watching the match. We're all human beings. We all love stories. Like everything is a story to us. If you see something that looks weird, you're going to make up a story about it in your mind. That's what we do, right? As human beings. If you see a homeless person on the street, you'll connect some dots in your head. You'll say, "Oh, maybe they're into drugs or whatever," right? That's what we do. So when people say, "Oh, I just want to see good action. I don't care about the story," really, I think what it is you as a wrestling fan, you can tell yourself the story in your head, right? You can make up the story, and that's fine. That's great, and make up the story in your own head and enjoy it. Fantastic. A lot of people can't do that. Casual fans can't do that.
We were just talking about him the other day. I forget who I was talking about him with. I was talking about Norman Smiley.
Yeah, red hand.
It was
Oh my God, that would be awesome. that would be money right there. I'd love to see
anyone
that.
does not know who Norman Smiley is, he was in WCW and TNA a little bit. He would do this dance.
Yep.
It was just really funny.
The big wiggle. I remember that. That was great. Uh-oh. Now even FTR is going to do. Is FTR really going to do it?
Anyone doesn't know who Norman
Oh,
Smiley
yeah, they are. How about that? I mean, Dax has zero rhythm, but he tried. Okay. All right. You tried.
I've seen a video of Adam Copeland trying to do it, but
Yeah, I saw that too.
just couldn't.
Like, I appreciate you tried, Dax, but I get it. I probably couldn't pull it off either. I have no rhythm. So
I don't dance.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even attempt.
I can't dance to save my life.
I don't know about that.
You know how long that took me to do?
What? The Prince Nile dance?
And it was awful. And it took me forever. Like 3 hours and like 30 tries, dude. Like, I got no rhythm. Remember? Have you ever seen the movie Hitch? The white guy, his
I
dance
remember that
moves.
Yeah.
Those are my dance moves. I was like, hey, how did he get into my bedroom while I was dancing and singing and getting ready yesterday? Because those are all of the moves that I put up in a line. Like,
make your moves. We'll make them count. Intuit Turpentine, 100% accurate.
Well, they still have a lot of time. It's only 9:40 where I am right now, but you got 20 minutes.
you are in very good shape still, sir.
Nose on the big wiggle. Yeah, it was really. It reminds me of Steve Urkel. I could see Steve Urkel doing that. Who knows that? Like that's the kind of dance move that he would probably do.
He did stupid dances like that. I remember because my sister used to watch that show, and then they have a dance called the Urkel or something stupid like that.
I remember one episode where he took too many aspirin pills or something. He was dancing all over the garage.
Oh gosh.
And then one of the characters, if you look closely, Carl Winslow, the guy who plays Carl Winslow,
Yeah.
he breaks character there for a minute. He starts laughing. And then when they cut to another scene, his face was back to normal, but you could see that he broke character there.
Yeah. Well, there's another character who's a testament to the idea. You know, you make a character, you can be annoying, you can be whatever, people can hate you, but if you're unique, people will remember you.
That's why the world will always remember Mr. Bean.
Yep.
Mr. Bean is. I would like to hire him to go somewhere. And I can just watch him. I like the character Mr. Bean, like at family reunions and stuff. Just book him. Just sit there and watch him be Mr. Bean in real life, and just watch him do funny stuff. Without even saying a word, really. I like what's his name from Family Matters.
From Family Matters, Khalil White, Urkel,
Not Urkel, but the other guy.
Carl.
Not Carl. It was the younger guy that every family member of his.
Waldo and his dumb friend.
Yes.
Waldo.
His cousins was who was Derry and Nacho Grande was his cousins.
Okay, yeah.
And then his sister was
Mhm.
what was it? It was Nacho Grande. That was his sister's name.
You think no, huh?
So I'm trying to think what they're going to accomplish with this match, and I guess I'm kind of glad that I don't know because that means it's not too predictable, which is good, right? I mean, a lot, so often in WWE, you're like, oh, they're going to have this match and this is going to happen, and kind of kills the whole thing. But so, what are they going to do here?
He said my mom's name is Bob. I like watching stuff like that, sitcoms and stuff.
I want a screenshot of that chop on Garcia's neck. The big old
Yes,
5-star, you see every fingertip and everything.
We got 1 month until Revolution. So we're going to have an Adam Copeland interference here to try and set that up, or is that a little too early for that?
I don't know. I thought they used the Coke Open to kind of give him something else to do.
Yeah, no, definitely they did, but it's a question of are they going to start setting things up for Revolution now?
It won't be too long.
Because otherwise, what do you do with this match?
It won't be too long before they can start tonight, which they said that he was coming up, but they never really showed him. So maybe something.
Well, they got him up, right? They got 4 more weeks till Revolution.
They had that promo thing he did.
I mean, it could also just, help solidify FTR and Garcia as a trio, as they mentioned in the promo they cut before it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Could be. Let's see.
Oh, that was good. Good teamwork, FTR.
Yeah.
I don't watch any sports, Olive, aside from this. I hardly watch any TV, actually, at all. Aside from wrestling, I suppose.
Wow.
And I've watched Hazbin Hotel like 3 times.
Nick Wayne is showing some. Nick Wayne's showing some ability here.
Nick Wayne has fantastic in-ring ability. His awareness is so solid.
He hasn't really had. I feel he hasn't really had a good chance to showcase it, and I'm seeing it here. This is good.
Ooh. That was nasty.
Unfortunately, Luchasaurus is kind of just becoming a butt monkey, almost like Abyss 2.0.
He's gonna do something pretty soon.
He has to.
At World's End, Christian Cage whispered something to his ear, and then he gave the thing. So he has something on Luchasaurus. Like he's gonna bring his bitch boy Jack Perry back, or he's gonna reveal who he is. I guess I don't know.
I feel like they're dragging it out a little long, but they have been doing like the nods to it often enough that like you still remember that he's clearly not happy taking Christian's bullshit. But he does it, and I feel like they give the nod often enough. But it is getting rather long.
It is, yeah. I mean, we have all sorts of examples on the other side, but stories not getting finished, right? So
don't remind me.
Yeah. Although, people like Connor, you're just guilty. People are making too much of that, and I'm taking that to my grave, my proverbial grave right now. This is just the beginning.
I've seen
they're gonna pivot with the backlash that they've had already. They're gonna pivot somehow. I know they will.
Damage is already done. People are already like, "Oh, so you were really going to do that?"
Awesome. What if, like Luchasaurus won the Battle Royal at World's End. So
I remember.
Revolution has the best Revolution ladder match, and normally whoever wins gets a TNT title shot. So Luchasaurus wins it again. It's another TNT title shot, and then Christian wins, but this time Luchasaurus actually challenges.
I would love that.
That would be okay. It's like, it's like, okay, hey, you gave it to me before, now give it to me again. Come on, let's go. And Luchasaurus is like, no. Yeah, I can see that happening. Yeah.
Last year they did it Dynamite for Revolution, but normally they do it on the pay-per-view of Revolution, but basically the Revolution ladder match.
I would like to see him, for Christian to kind of go and say, Kill Switch, give me the title shot, and then have him say, I'm not Kill Switch, I'm Luchasaurus, something like that, and get like a big face pop. That would go over really, really well. But then, I just realized what the problem is with that. Doesn't that kill the whole Christian versus Edge vibe? I'll always call him Edge because I have Edge privileges because I knew him when he was Edge. Okay, like I actually met him here in Toronto.
It'd really be like if Edge would beat Christian, and then Christian will want another shot. This time he doesn't give it to him. Then
okay, yeah. I like that. I like that. That could work. Yes.
That happened last time because he won another shot. And then,
yes.
He wants another shot.
Mm-hmm.
Is like,
and you know what? And they could perfectly set that up here in this match. Now that I realize it, right? Luchasaurus messes something up. Kristen gets in his face. Adam Copeland comes out and sets up this whole thing. And yeah, like that. That would be good storytelling. I'd like to see that. That would get me interested in this. Because even my mom would be interested in that because she knows Edge and Kristen. She met them once too when I did, and yeah.
Only met Christian so far.
I wish I'd been able to talk to them more. It was only for like 5 or 10 minutes.
I remember one time I went to a WWE house show in like 2008. And Chris Jericho was a heel. I still remember this day. I'll never forget it. I was front row and I had a sign that says Jericho is a jerk. He was a heel at the time. I really like Rey Mysterio. So he comes around and then he sees my sign. He says, "You really think I'm a jerk?" And I'll always remember that. I'll never forget it. If I ever meet Jericho again, I'm going to tell him that. Well, I've never actually met Jericho. But technically I have. Really, technically I did when I was like 8 years old. But.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all the time I worked at the Canadian office, I never met Jericho.
I technically met him, but I didn't really.
Yeah.
He just asked, "Do you really think I'm a jerk?"
the
That's it. I
other
was,
guy I really, the other guy I really wanted to meet, and I know it's obviously not a popular thing to say, I wanted to meet Chris Benoit, and
no, I'm there with you. Like I would have loved to have met Chris Benoit. Like
I had the chance because the way it worked was I was normally there on Fridays, and Fridays usually, like almost always, somebody would come in for like a media day, over the weekend or whatever. And might be house shows or whatever. And Benoit was going to be there that day. And what would happen is usually, they'd get a limo to pick him up at the airport. They'd come to the office and just chat with Carl DeMarco, the president, for a little bit. And then like a media person would take them like wherever else they had to go. That day we had one of those horrible like storms where like it's like 10 o'clock in the morning and the sky is like black like night, and his plane was delayed, and the limo came, and the girl was just like, I gotta rush downstairs, we just gotta. I'm like, I wanted to just shake Chris Benoit's hand.
that's someone that.
Yeah.
I'm there with you. Like I would have loved to have met Chris Benoit. Despite it's never going to change how everything ended, but
No.
him as the wrestler, him as the person that I always watched, I would have 100%. Like if I could go back in time and meet him, I definitely would.
Yes.
He landed in my dad's lap so many times at a show once that my dad like pulled him back and was like, "Just tag me in, bro."
That's funny.
Speaking of tag me in, Christian Cage tags in Nick Wayne.
Okay. And Shayna is actually freaking useful. Good for her. Good for her. She's out there having fun. Good for her.
Oh, if you hear me, that's cool. I have a lot of old WCW stuff.
Okay. Okay. That was interesting.
Can you go see us find both of them? He's
I think I saw it. Daddy Magic's at commentary, huh? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him.
Business was just picked up. Nick Wayne and Christian Cage are getting their asses handed to them.
Yep.
Prodigy. Ooh. That was good. Brainbuster. 1, 2. Yeah. What does these men have to do to put it away?
Right?
God almighty. I'm quoting everything from Jim Ross.
Look at that bridge.
I couldn't possibly come up with stuff this good. It wasn't for him.
She wears that bad B look nice.
Yeah.
She's gonna be the next Vicky Guerrero person that never really wrestles, but they're really over.
I'm working.
If she wants to, yeah. If she wants to.
Kind of already
Thank
has.
you very much, Olive. I work very hard.
Yeah.
That's what we're working on right now. We're getting jacked.
1, 2, no.
Big Papa Pump. The Steiner recliner and the
Yeah, you guys missed my whole like bicep pump and kiss and everything. It's great. I'm not gonna do it again, because it's a one-time thing. But
no, I've seen you do it.
okay.
Are you talking like right now or?
Oh, I mean, I totally just did it. Like,
Oh, I didn't know if you meant like a TikTok or. Oh, whoa. Kill switch.
Yeah. Shayna gets it. Good for her. Good for her.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing?
Okay.
Was it for that spot on the outside? The weight? Was, hmm.
Oh, hell, freaking moves between Dax Harwood and Christian Cage.
Like
You
that right
son of a
there.
bitch.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, bastard.
Rough on that.
Damn. No, like this. God almighty, he kicked out. He kicked out.
Weep. Oh, somebody just got an atomic wedgie. Sorry, Cash. Okay, win. It's pretty far up there. You got hungry bum. Boop.
Oh.
you know, I complained during Dynamite in the final match, like, why did they have to throw Hook and Brian Cage in there for that, like, brief 30 seconds of nothing? This is how you're supposed to do a main event. You know, just let it play out.
No, like this. No, like this. Look around. Shit. Damn it. Here comes Dax Harwood, the sharpshooter. Turning around. No. Damn. This is really good.
Yeah.
No, you're not Edge and you're not Christian. That's Edge's move. And Christian Cage kind of copied it. Now you're.
Connor.
Here's the
Oh,
match.
gosh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Copeland's coming out at some point.
Yeah, I'm the owner of the All Elite Zone. Yep. But it's a team effort.
Connor's
Like
the all-time mastermind. Don't let him
everything
say
we
anything
do,
else.
like everyone likes to, especially Adam, talk. He comes up with these really good openings, but it's a team effort. The All Elite Zone. It's not just one person. It's a team effort to really put out good content.
He's very modest. It is a team effort for sure, but Connor puts it all together. We would not be here. There would be no AZ without Connor.
Yeah, that is White Thunder. Will pick a woman.
No Copeland. Okay.
White Thunder. Who's White Thunder?
Scott Steiner called himself White Thunder for a while, yeah.
This is a good showing by Daniel Garcia.
Yep. Good match. Yep. Really good.
I used to absolutely despise him. Not even despise him. I literally called him Mr. No Personality. There was like nothing to him. And then they made me love him. And then they made me not care about him again because they just kind of dropped that storyline. And now I love him again. So I'm really excited. Yay.
Who are you talking about?
Garcia.
Oh, Garcia, yeah. Yeah. He's coming into his own. I like this. And I like the fact, I actually like the fact, even though I thought for sure Copeland was coming out, I like the fact that it didn't happen. They just let the match play out. That's how you structure a main event. I like it.
Gordon Grace, Big Mama Pumps. Yeah.
I mean, he looks good with FTR.
Oh, so you should change your headline. That's it. Big Mama Pump.
Yeah. I am like
What?
maybe to like exact.
You look like Alexa Bliss when you do that. It's probably deliberate on your part, yes?
Like which?
What's
This?
Like what you just did with your fingers there, you look just like Alexa Bliss.
I didn't notice that too much. Like I always compliment like Candice LeRae.
I think she's more my height.
Yep. Oh gosh, even Dax has found some rhythm now with the dance. Okay.
They pissed Christian Cage off.
Yep.
My favorite endings to a Dynamite was MJF. It was MJF and Cody, and MJF gave Cody the 10 lashes. And then after it was over, MJF kicked Cody down low, and then Jim Ross said, "You son of a bitch, that sorry bastard." Anything with Jim Ross, like Triple H. I mean, Jim Ross hated Triple H. Like when he would beat up Austin, damn you all the hell, Triple H. Why? Tell me why. Like anything with Triple H, he hated. He hated Triple H. Not really, but character-wise.
Yeah, the character of Triple H. Yeah,
because it was Austin. Anyone that beat up Austin, he hated.
well, that was his job, right?
And he done it very well. Like Jim Ross can make you eat. Like that's why Dusty Rhodes said it. Dusty Rhodes can make you cry. He can make you happy. He can make you scream. He can make you yell. He's the type of person that brings emotions out of people.
Quite right.
Which I met Jim Ross 5 times.
Well,
anytime I see him at a meet and greet, I have to at least say hi.
I've only met him once.
I've never met him, but if I were to meet him, I have a thingy that I would want him to sign.
Yeah.
What was everybody's rating on tonight's episode?
I'll just say say 8.5.
I was leaning towards that. I was thinking right around 8.5. I thought was a good
That would
number.
be good to get signed.
Yep.
That would be really cool to get signed.
I would love it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna stick with you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.3.
Okay.
Just
good.
slightly less.
It was
But still
good,
really
though.
awesome.
I was saying my favorite match was going to be Danielson and whatever his guy was.
The Mexican dude.
Lucha?
Yeah, I don't know what his name was. That was a match. It was a really good match, and
That
Kingston
was
and
really good.
Frank Keith was good. But I feel like the main event was the match of the night.
Yes. Yeah, it was. I think I don't know what I expected out of the Danielson match, but I don't know. Left me hanging just a little bit. Probably
I
gives me the full match.
I like Deeb's comeback. It was nice to see Deeb again. I like seeing Serena.
Yeah, 2 women's matches. Even though one was a squash, it's still 2. I don't care how it is. 2 women's matches is better than 1. Getting to showcase more women and more, getting them more exposure, getting them out there, getting them more comfortable wrestling in front of a TV. Because some of these women, like a lot of these women that they brought from AEW, had never wrestled in front of course, like Britt Baker, she's in Ring of Honor TV, but not like a big stage like TNT and TBS. So it's good to get exposure on TV. Like wrestling on TV and an indie event is 2 completely different things.
Yeah, of course it is, yeah.
I think Britt did job on NXT.
Yeah, a few times. Yeah, a few times.
She actually jobbed in WWE. She had, I seem to remember she had one jobber match in WWE.
She was on NXT. And I don't know what else, but I know she was in NXT.
His name was
Yeah, she lost to Nia Jax once on Raw.
8.9. Olive.
You have a DMD shirt? I'm super jealous. I don't have a DMD shirt yet.
Actually, this is a funny story. I met Britt Baker once. So she blocked me on Twitter. I don't know why. I don't know why she blocked me, okay?
Maybe she's really good friends with Marina Shafir.
Maybe.
Probably. But I'm sorry. If someone sucks, they just flat out suck. She likes the Pittsburgh Steelers, and she says that some teams suck, so I'm just being honest. Marina Shafir sucks.
Tell us how you really feel.
Marina Shafir could use this to her motivation and to prove everybody wrong.
Exactly. Just make a playlist of all of the times that Connor says that she sucks, and she can listen to it while she's at the gym.
Yeah, and I'll stand by every single one of them, too.
It's like a 3-hour playlist. What?
But I don't know what it was about. She blocked me for whatever reason. And then I met her, and then I told her, and she unblocked me.
That's too funny.
I've started a whole rant now in the comments. Looks like the old Stone Cold shirt.
That's cool. I think I've seen that one.
I'll start a whole rant now.
Yeah, I had a bunch of those from the office, but after 20 years, they started to fall apart, so I had to throw them out.
Yeah, I agree.
She was good.
Yeah, Marina. I would like. I hate lettuce. I don't like to eat lettuce, but if I had to choose, watch Marina Shafir match or eat lettuce, I would probably eat lettuce.
Like a whole head of lettuce, though, Connor, with nothing on it, just like a whole head of lettuce.
Don't make me change my mind.
You're like, that's really tough, actually.
I don't like lettuce. Yeah. Marina Shafir is she's something.
Horrible. We get it. Yeah.
I absolutely love it. I love it.
Yeah, really good collision. That was pretty good. Yeah, live wise, we'll be back Dynamite for Wednesday. It feels like we won't be back live. AZ Canada episode is there's a delay. I got up kind of late and a lot of stuff going on today, but I'm fixing to be putting out the AZ Canada episode for this Saturday. Yeah,
Episode of AEZ Canada. I just want to let you guys know ahead of time. You're totally gonna have to check it out. Personally, most fun I've had. It was great.
yeah, it was personally I wasn't on it, but definitely gonna watch like everyone else. Yeah, we'll have that uploaded really soon. Yeah, we'll be back for Dynamite Wednesday. Talking Week Thursday as our normal stuff. Yeah. Definitely check out links in the description below: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Spotify, and TikTok. TikTok, I don't feel like I've been talking about a lot here recently. Spotify, we have all of our Talking Elites, interviews, fixing up AZ Canada on there pretty soon. TikToks, well, our YouTube Shorts, AZ Daily, a lot of that stuff. New series, AZ Daily is on YouTube in our Shorts section. Some of them are on the videos because we have extended versions, but if you want to have full extended versions to a lot of the AZ Dailies, it'll be on TikTok. More extended versions of videos. Definitely check out our TikTok and everything in the descriptions below. Facebook and Twitter. I still call it Twitter for guest announcements, show updates. We post a lot of stuff on Twitter and Facebook. So definitely go check out everything in the links to the description below. I'm gonna definitely subscribe too. Let me see. I feel like we've gained a few subscribers throughout tonight. Yeah, we're at 559. So
Heck yeah.
so we gained about 4 or 5 subscribers during this live stream.
That's awesome.
See, Mr. John Moxley says thank you, everybody.
Don. All of us liked and subscribed. Well, thank you. We definitely appreciate it. As I mentioned, we have fresh weekly new content every week.
Yeah.
A lot of different topics. Live reactions to a talk show like Talk Elite where we discuss a lot of different topics. AZ Canada, gaming content from AEW Fight Forever, daily content with who knows, it could be an all elite print unboxing, trading cards, it could be anything. A wide variety of content of different stuff. So yeah, we definitely appreciate you subscribing. Yeah.
Thank you all.
Have a wonderful day, everybody. Say bye, Mr. John Moxley.
Yeah, we'll see you guys live next Wednesday for Dynamite.
Looking forward to it. Bye, everyone.